If you've ever heard about the power of fermented foods but weren't sure what all the hype was about, you're not alone. For centuries, cultures around the world have relied on these probiotic-rich foods, not just for preservation, but for health. From sauerkraut in Germany to kimchi in Korea, kombucha in China to kefir in the Caucasus Mountains, fermented foods have stood the test of time. And now, modern science is finally catching up, confirming what our ancestors intuitively knew: that fermented foods are among the most powerful allies we have for gut health, digestion, and immune support. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And at the end of the video, if you liked it, please leave a thumbs up and maybe even a comment. Any support for the channel helps us grow and continue to make more of these cool videos. So, what exactly are fermented foods? In simple terms, they're foods that have been transformed by beneficial microorganisms like bacteria and yeast. During the fermentation process, these microbes break down sugars and starches, producing compounds that give fermented foods their signature tangy flavor and powerful probiotic content. But beyond taste, it's what's happening on a microscopic level that makes these foods so special. They're teeming with living cultures, friendly bacteria that can help repopulate your gut microbiome, balance digestion, and strengthen your body's natural defenses. Your gut microbiome is like a hidden ecosystem, and it plays a far bigger role in your health than most people realize. In fact, over 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. That means if your gut is out of balance, chances are your immune system is too. Fermented foods help restore that balance by introducing a wide array of probiotics, live microorganisms that support digestive health, nutrient absorption, and immune response. When you eat fermented foods regularly, you're giving your gut a direct infusion of these helpful microbes. Let's talk about gut health. If you've ever struggled with bloating, constipation, indigestion, or even skin issues and low energy, there's a good chance your gut is trying to send you a message. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, miso, and tempeh can help soothe an inflamed digestive tract and promote a healthier gut lining. They increase the diversity of bacteria in your microbiome, which is key to resilience. The more diverse your gut bacteria, the more capable your body is at fending off invaders, reducing inflammation, and even producing essential vitamins like B12 and K2. And here's something most people don't realize. Fermented foods don't just help your gut, they also play a huge role in supporting your mood and mental clarity. That's because of the gut-brain connection, a powerful communication pathway between your digestive system and your brain. When your gut bacteria are healthy and balanced, they produce neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, key players in regulating mood, focus, and stress. So adding fermented foods to your diet isn't just about digestion. It can actually help lift brain fog, reduce anxiety, and improve emotional well-being. Now, let's dive into immunity. As we mentioned earlier, a huge portion of your immune system lives in your gut. That means your ability to fight off colds, flu, infections, and even chronic inflammation depends largely on how healthy your gut bacteria are. Probiotics found in fermented foods can help stimulate immune cells, improve your body's response to pathogens, and decrease the duration of illness. Some studies have even shown that people who consume fermented foods regularly have stronger antibody responses and recover faster from infections. But not all fermented foods are created equal. The key is choosing foods that are truly alive, meaning they haven't been pasteurized or overly processed, which kills off the beneficial bacteria. Look for labels that say live cultures or raw when choosing options like sauerkraut, pickles, or kombucha. Better yet, consider making your own fermented foods at home. It's easier than you think, and it ensures that you're getting the full probiotic benefit. Even a small serving, like a spoonful of kimchi with dinner or a glass of kefir in the morning, can make a big difference over time. One of the most exciting things about fermented foods is how accessible they are. You don't need a fancy supplement or a complicated health protocol to start improving your gut health and immunity. Just adding a few fermented items into your weekly routine can lead to noticeable improvements in digestion, energy, skin clarity, and overall vitality. And because they're natural and food-based, they're often better tolerated than over-the-counter probiotics or digestive aids. If you're just getting started, here are a few fermented foods to try. Yogurt with live cultures, plain kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, miso paste, tempeh, natto, fermented pickles, and kombucha. Rotate them into your meals. Add sauerkraut to a sandwich, drink a few ounces of kombucha with lunch, or stir a spoonful of miso into warm broth. The key is consistency. These foods work best when eaten regularly, ideally several times a week. As you build fermented foods into your lifestyle, pay attention to how your body responds. You might notice less bloating after meals, more regular digestion, clearer skin, fewer sugar cravings, and improved mood. These are all signs that your gut microbiome is shifting in a positive direction. And with every bite, you're not just feeding yourself. You're feeding the trillions of beneficial bacteria that keep your entire system running smoothly. There's also a long-term benefit to fermented foods that many people overlook. A well-balanced gut can help lower chronic inflammation, a root cause of many modern diseases including heart disease, diabetes, autoimmune conditions, and even some forms of cancer. Fermented foods may help reduce inflammatory markers, improve metabolic health, and support healthy aging. In other words, fermented foods aren't just a trend. They're a timeless, science-backed way to help your body thrive. And let's not forget flavor. Fermented foods bring complexity, depth, and brightness to your meals. That tangy kick you get from kimchi or the rich umami in miso. That's fermentation in action. It's a culinary tradition that's as nourishing as it is delicious. And when food tastes good and makes you feel good, that's a winning combination. So if you've been curious about fermented foods, now is the perfect time to start. Your gut, your immune system, and even your brain will thank you. The science is clear and the results speak for themselves. Fermented foods are a small change with a massive impact. Whether you're looking to improve digestion, boost immunity, or just feel better day to day, fermented foods offer a natural, effective solution. Ready to get started? Open your fridge, head to your local grocery store, or try your hand at making some fermented foods at home. You might just discover that the secret to better health has been hiding in plain sight all along, in a jar of sauerkraut, a spoonful of miso, or a glass of kombucha. And once you feel the difference, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe for more health and nutrition tips, and consider sharing it with someone who needs it. And let us know in the comments, what is your favorite fermented food?